So since all the commissioners aren't sitting in their normal seats, we're going to go with voice votes. I need a motion to adopt the agenda. Moved by Commissioner Leonetti and supported by Commissioner Romano. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 5, public participation. Any member of the public wishing to speak? Any member of the public wishing to speak? And third and final time, any member of the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, we're going to close public participation. Move on to item number 6, correspondence from the Office of County Executive. We do not have any correspondence at this time. We'll jump to item number 7. Commissioner Romano. We have a presentation to, well, I would say organizations, but it looks like a gentleman and an organization. Commissioner Romano, you're going to go up there for this? Up at the
podium up?
Please, yes. Yes. Mr. Penna.
George and Tony Penna, they own Penna's Banquet Hall. One's on Van Dyke and one's on Hayes. And I'll read this proclamation. We have a lot of them, so I'll just read this proclamation. Come on up, guys. Don't be bashful. Okay. The Macomb County Board of Commissioners would like to extend their appreciation and gratitude to Tony and George Penna for their continuous strong support to the City of Sterling Heights and the organizations within the city. Tony Penna, George Penna, and their families have proudly and selfishly hosted friends, families, relatives, and local business people at their successful Macomb County establishments for over 45 years. Along with their sister, Mary Lou Penna, Tony and George Penna have managed the locally well-known banquet facilities, Pennas of Sterling Heights and Villa Pennas. Tony Penna and George Penna, with great pride and honor, remain devoted to helping their customers throughout the community create and share memories which are cherished and treasured for generations. In addition to their successes as entrepreneurs and businessmen, Tony and George Penna are well known throughout Macomb County for their quiet generosity to many important charitable causes. They are dedicated supporters of the men and women of the Sterling Heights Police Departments and their efforts to protect and serve the people of Sterling Heights while enforcing the law and rights of all others. Tony and George Penna maintain a genuine devotion to involvement in their community, city, and county. Among other causes, they are longtime dedicated supporters of the Sterling Heights Honor Guard and other honor guards throughout the county, as you see. They share the Honor Guard's values of respect, integrity, professionalism, and tradition, and hold the many brave individuals who have selfishly served to protect our rights and freedoms in the highest esteem. How about a hand of applause for both of these gentlemen? Where do you want to sit? Over here? Gentlemen, if you'd follow that nice young lady. I know you're not gentlemen, but I just thought I'd use that word.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Okay. All right. Commissioner Lucido? You can do it now.
Okay.
Joe, just hop over that wall.
Hop over the wall. Is there anyone here from Two Men in a Truck?
Speak to the...
No, they're not here this evening. Well, the Macomb County Board of Commissioners would like to extend our appreciation and gratitude to Two Men in a Truck on their partnership with MCREST, Michigan County Rotating Emergency Shelter Team, as well as their continued support to help those in need locally over the past 30 years and counting. So they weren't able to be here, but we appreciate all that they've done. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner Romano, Commissioner Lucido. We're going to move on to item number 8. I'm going to start up here for a minute here. We have proclamations. 8A is commending Brigadier General John D. Slocum upon his retirement as commander of the 127th Wing Selfridge Air National Guard Base. And B is in memory of Andrew Knapp, Jr. So could I have a motion to adopt A and B? By Carabelli, supported by Commissioner Haw. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Great. You're going to get your proclamation. So thank you again to the Pennas and Two Men in a Truck. As you guys know, this is our annual volunteer recognition event. Tonight we're going to honor some of the most outstanding members of our communities, our volunteers. They're our unsung heroes. But that being said, we felt that it would be also appropriate to present the following proclamations this evening. Since these proclamations are for two gentlemen who dedicated their lives to community service, we thought it would be appropriate. So first I'd like to call Brigadier General Slocum up to the hot seat. Come on up. So we are honoring General Slocum for his more than 4 years of dedicated service as a commander of the 127th Wing Selfridge Air National Guard Base, and for his 35 years of honorable service as an outstanding leader in the U.S. Air Force. Well, that's okay. So, General Slocum received his Air Force commission through East Carolina University's ROTC in 1984, graduating with a bachelor's degree in political science. He's a skilled pilot, so they say, with more than 4,100 flying hours, and has flown several aircraft, and I hope I have these right, including the F-4 Phantom, the F-16 Falcon, and the A-10 Warthog, amongst many other ones. Great. Thanks. We can only imagine how much fun that would be, right? All of us have imagined it. So as commander of Selfridge, the general has devoted himself to improving the communication and strengthening the outreach to the community. With this, the surrounding communities have enjoyed a renewed involvement with Selfridge Base and participation with base activities. And I will attest to that being on one of the committees. You do a great job with all of the public and bringing them in and getting them involved with what's going on the base, which then gets buy-in from the public on everything you guys are doing there and how important the base is to our community. So with that, I thank you very much, and so do all the members of the community. As he approaches his retirement next week, the general is considering more ways that he can contribute to the betterment of our community, and he plans to continue to support the men and women of the 127th Wing. Brigadier General Slocum, congratulations. Would you like to say a few words? I know you're shy.
He says, would you like to say a few words? I know you're shy. So how long do we have? No, just kidding. No, I do want to say it is a very wonderful community. Selfridge, telling the story, the wonderful men and women that we have out there, 70% of which are part-time with us. They're full-time in the community, balancing life, doing work, having families, and yet they still contribute so much to this wonderful state and nation. We have men and women who are in harm's way as we speak. I have over 350 people deployed right now. I ask that you keep them in their prayers. These are our hometown heroes, and it's your support that enables us to do what we do. So I'm going to throw it right back with you with a huge thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. It's been a great journey.
Great. Would the family of Andy Knapp please come on up?
Who's he?
In the book, The Greatest Generation, Tom Brokaw writes that the World War II generation's perseverance through difficult times is a testament to their extraordinary character. Their remarkable actions during times of war and peace ultimately made the United States a better place to live. Some of the characteristics that the greatest generation are known for are personal responsibility, humility, work ethic, prudent saving, and faithful commitment. All of those that were fortunate enough to know Andy know that he possessed all of those qualities. Born on November 5th, 1919, Andy grew up in Portage, Pennsylvania, where he resided until he joined the Army and bravely served during World War II. Upon return from the war, Andy married his beloved Louise, and for the next 69 years, they built their life together. Andy took great pride in his children, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, and was an enormous influence on all of them. He spent his life in service to others. After he was done in World War II, he started his career at the Mount Clemens Post Office. But his greatest passion in public service was aiding the American Legion, VFW, and serving honored veterans. As a lifetime member of the American Legion, Andy received many local and state awards as the adjutant, did I say that right? Adjutant, thank you, Pat, of the American Legion Post 4. We on the Board of Commissioners remain ever grateful for Andy's service on our Veterans Affairs Commission. He did a great job. We loved having him on here. He was our only appointed World War II veteran to ever serve on our board. He also served on the Michigan Veterans Trust Fund Committee in 1993. He started here, I think, in 2011 on our board. So even though he was appointed to our board at 91. And from what I understand, and from all of the gentlemen on the board and from everything I've seen, he took this job serious, and he had notes, and he was always on it until the age of 99. He served on this board, so that was fantastic. His presence was inspirational. Now in his absence, we must continue to carry on his mission of seeing to it that our veterans are cared for. In Andy's name, we're going to look forward to ensuring the legacy of the greatest generation is preserved and protected. So the family of Andy Knapp, we appreciate you being here. We're sorry for your loss, but we appreciate what he did for everybody here. So thank you very much. For all of you, we're going to jump into the volunteer recognition program. Do not feel bad about leaving. I don't want, you can stay if you want, but.
Well, I had 35-minute speech to give. Just want to say thanks on behalf of my dad. Thank you.
All right. Well, you told me you didn't want to speak, so sorry about that. All right, so at this time, we're going to begin the volunteer recognition portion of our meeting. This is the 30th consecutive year that the Board of Commissioners has recognized the outstanding individuals who are the unsung heroes of our community. The board places high value on the contributions that are made by our volunteers. Not only do each of the honorees tonight donate a minimum of 150 hours a year, unpaid, to bettering our community, most of them work for multiple causes, and their efforts are far-reaching. This year we're honoring 52 individuals who have donated time and effort doing things like assisting the elderly, homeless, and hungry of our community, supporting children's learning, veteran services, and providing companionship, working to clean our environment, supporting public safety and county programs, and providing support to cultural institutions, hospitals, and schools. The organizations that these volunteers devote their time to couldn't exist without your help. And we all know that. The community wouldn't be as strong without our volunteers, so we can't thank you enough. So, with that, why do people volunteer? Most of you will say, it makes you happy, right? So, funny enough, there's some studies to back that up. So I was reading this, and it says, volunteering makes you happy. How about that? We all knew that. So, it says, by measuring hormones in brain activity, researchers have discovered that being helpful to others delivers immense pleasure because human beings are hardwired to give to each other. So the more we give, the happier we feel. So it kind of makes sense, right? Volunteering increases self-confidence. How does it do that? Well, it provides you a sense of purpose and accomplishment. You do something, you're happy about it, and you get a sense of accomplishment, and it helps your well-being, right? It also says volunteering helps you stay physically healthy. Kind of interesting, right? Studies have found that those who volunteer have a lower mortality rate than those who don't. How many knew that? Right? Why? Because volunteering helps counteract the effects of stress, anger, and anxiety and combats depression. So that's how it makes you healthier. All these things, you didn't know that you were doing it for your health. You thought you were just doing it because you liked it, right? So commissioners are going to be taking turns announcing the volunteer honorees, saying a little bit about what they've done. And so the commissioner whose district's being announced, come on up. And you're going to hand out the presentations, and then we'll have a brief photo op here. So all your volunteers, when they call your name, kind of walk on up here, stand with your commissioner. Ms. Courtney will take your picture while they're talking. So with that, we're going to start back with Mr. Phil Kraft, and he's going to be announcing the district for Commissioner Duge. So Commissioner Duge, come on up. Excuse me? Let me out of here.
This is how we're doing it, Andre. All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Phil Kraft. I'm the commissioner from District 8, and I have to do a good job because my constituents have front row seats tonight. So here we go. It's my honor to announce the volunteers from District 1 represented by Andre Duge. Well, I guess I can skip that part. You're already here. Yes. So when your name is announced, please make your way toward the podium for a photo opportunity with Commissioner Duge. Also, please hold your applause until the end. First, we have Amy and Red Malone. You and your dog Red have dedicated your time to the residents at St. Anthony's Health Center for over 3 years, despite your busy schedule as a nurse. You two have never missed a visit and are very much a part of the family there. Residents ask for you by name and look forward to their Thursday afternoon visits. You and Red have received recognition from Therapy Dogs International for having over 50 visits logged at St. Anthony. Thank you for your contribution to the St. Anthony's community. Next we have Sharon, some of you followed directions, Sharon Perko. For the past 3 years, you have committed yourself to teaching, mentoring, and helping international students twice a week through the English Language Learners Program at Immaculate Conception Ukrainian Catholic Schools. Your teaching expertise has helped students become acclimated to the area in many different ways, including learning how to speak English. Your sacrifice to the Immaculate Conception school community is especially valuable because you freely give of your time and talent without expecting recognition. Thank you. Next is Roger Roy. Tonight you are being recognized for your many volunteer efforts throughout the community. Those who know you know that you not only spend your time as the treasurer of the Warren Crime Commission, but that you also volunteer for I Heart Dogs Rescue and Animal Haven and Ford Credit as a reading buddy mentor to elementary school children. Your time and generosity is greatly appreciated throughout the Warren community. Thank you to all the volunteers from District 1.
Can't go anywhere.
You stay here.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Yes. Good evening. I'm Elizabeth Lucido, Commissioner from District 9, and it's my honor to announce the volunteers from District 2, represented by Marv Sager. And he's unable to be here tonight, so Commissioner Duge will be presenting the volunteers with their certificates. Again, we ask you please stand when your name is called and come forward to the podium for a photo opportunity and hold your applause until the end. Tom Jurek. There he is. I got to put my glasses on. I can't see. Your commitment to the Salvation Army has not gone unnoticed. From the countless days you spend at the soup kitchen and in the food pantry to the helping hand you lend to the commodities program and seniors lunch. The amount of people you help is remarkable. And let us not forget that on top of the programs you regularly volunteer for, you also donate your time at the Christmas events, food drive collections, and back-to-school programs. You are really an integral part of Salvation Army's volunteer services. Thank you. Thank you very much. And Irene Petz, there she is. Come on up.
Don't be shy.
Over the last 3 years, you've been a vital asset to Warren Woods Middle School and the students they serve. You've helped organize and direct multiple fundraising campaigns, as well as student incentives and celebrations. So, simply put, without you, the students would not have the experience and support they currently are offered. Through your efforts, the school's been able to provide school-wide incentives, classroom resources, and student prize giveaways. We thank you for your time you've dedicated. Thank you.
Can I sit down now? Yes. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Commissioner Robert Leonetti. I represent District 10, and we're here to take care of, we're here to take care of Veronica Kleinfeld's district, which is District 3. So we're going to begin with Chuck Dan. If Mr. Dan can come forward. Chuck, you are a hardworking individual dedicated to the education of your children. Also, while volunteering, you look out for the well-being of all the students at Avalon Elementary School. You keep the drop-off and pickup zone safe by putting out cones every morning and every afternoon, and you ensure that the students, as well as their parents and school staff members, are safe during those most hectic hours. That is tough. The drop-off and pickup is terrible. I had to do that when it was terrible. Your help extends to the inside of the building as well, where you are always willing to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. Everyone at Avalon Elementary appreciates your daily support. Okay. Next, we're going to have Renee Featherstone. I know Renee. There she is. Come on up, Renee. Renee, you have enthusiastically served as the Jefferson Middle School PTO co-president for the past 2 years. At the same time, you have served as the Parent Orchestra Board Treasurer. You went above and beyond the many hours of your personal time that you volunteered. You secured well over 100 other volunteers to support the students at Jefferson Middle School. God, we need you here more often. You have coordinated many fundraisers that have raised funds to improve technology, paid for assembly costs, and helped cover classroom projects. You have been an invaluable member to the Jefferson Middle School, and they thank you very much. Maurice Taylor. Maurice Taylor. Thought he was here. Apparently not. We are going to give an award to Maurice Taylor in absentia. Okay? Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Harold Hawk, Commissioner from the 11th District, which consists of Roseville and Fraser. It's my honor to announce the volunteers from District 4, represented by my good friend Joe Romano. Please stand as your names are called, and then make your way to the front for the photo opportunity with our Commissioner. We again ask that you hold your applause to the end, and I know you guys were applauding Phil, so that was okay. First on the list is Brian Dobbs. Mr. Dobbs is a retired police officer. He brings a unique perspective in volunteering his time at Plumbrook Elementary School. His work and life experience provide great knowledge while volunteering at recess and in the cafeteria, providing academic support, fundraising, offering security, and anything else that may need to be done. Thank you for your help in this special endeavor. Next, Jeannie Shabath. Yes. Thanks, Joe. I figured that one out. Jeannie, you are the definition of a dedicated public servant and volunteer whose efforts are truly to better the community. As a long-standing member of the Sterling Heights Art Commission and recent chairwoman, your leadership has brought the energy, enthusiasm, and pizzazz needed to make the group successful. You're at every event, taking on all the hard work with the rest of the volunteers and leading by example. Community's lucky to have you, and thank you. Next, Natalie, say that, Joe. He's trying to give me the Italian version. Settimo, Natalie. Since October 2017, you have devoted 356 hours of volunteer time, often working alone as the sole support to this program to the Foster Care Duffel Bag Program. Every week, you spend several hours organizing and transporting donations for children entering foster care, and all doing a great full-time job. Because of your commitment, over 500 duffel bags have been packed and provided comfort and care to many vulnerable children. Your dedication is outstanding, and we thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Hall. It's my honor tonight to announce the volunteers from District 5, represented by Rob Myjack. We all know the drill, right? I probably don't have to read it. Let's start with Michael Osterman. Michael? Is Michael here? Oh, Michael's not here. Michael's a volunteer at Stevenson High School, and for his work with the band and the mentorship, that's what we're here for his award. So, Michael, thank you in your absence. Ashley Dahl, is Ashley here? There we go. As a volunteer at St. Michael's Catholic Church, you help both the youth and the adults improve their musical skills in the bell choir, and you assist the elderly and those in financial need by repairing their homes. Also, you volunteer with McCrest, where you help provide shelter for the homeless, serve meals, and comfort children. Your volunteer work also extends to the Mercy in Action Day, where you go into the community to help elderly and homebound clean up their yards and gardens. You're truly an inspiration. Thank you for continuing to help others. Rich McCarthy? Is Rich here? All right, Rich will have the same. Rich has been faithfully serving Hope Lutheran Church for almost 20 years. So, Rich, thank you very much. Christine Reinhout? Was I close? Oh, bad. You were nominated because of all that you do for Jack Harvey Elementary School in Sterling Heights. You have volunteered at least one day a week in the school media center for the past 10 years. You work with students, do book check, process books, and help keep the library organized and running smoothly. You began volunteering when your son was in elementary school, and I believe he's graduating from high school this year. All right. You're a great asset to Jack Harvey community and well deserving of this recognition. So thank you very much.
All right, I'm Leon Drolet from District 13 in Macomb Township, but I'm here to announce the volunteers for my friend Jim Carabelli from District 6 in Shelby Township in the area.
We have the supervisor here as well.
And we have a supervisor here as well, who is also joining us, the supervisor of Shelby Township. Same rules apply. I'm going to read the names and a little description. If you're here, stand up and make your way to the front so the gentleman here can provide you with the recognition and a whole of your applause till we've got everybody read. So first we have Judy Cote. Is Judy here? All right, Judy, did I say that right? So am I. So, Judy, you are the first person people come in contact with at the Welcome Center, Desk for Older Persons Commission. Your friendly personality and strong desire to help others is evident when you greet everyone who walks through the door. This positive attitude also translates perfectly in the tours you conduct to the facility and when you dispense medical loan equipment to those who need it. Your continued support of the Older Persons Commission is greatly appreciated. Next is Michael Fontana, if he is here. Michael Fontana? Great. Mr. Fontana is a volunteer at St. Isidore Catholic Church. He is the chair of the Parish Council, Fellowship Committee, and Strawberry Festival. He is also a member of the Finance Council, a Eucharistic minister, and participate in many other groups that help guide the parish. In addition to serving St. Isidore, he also lends his time to chairing the Run the Plank 5K, the Friends of Macomb, and numerous other organizations. So thank you for being such a dedicated volunteer. Virginia Pogasic. Is that close? Oh, wow. All right. Virginia, your hospitable nature makes you the perfect volunteer with Henry Ford Macomb. Having served the hospital since 2014, you have helped countless people and their families, allowing there always to be positivity in the air. You are patient and show empathy to others, visitors, patients, and staff. Thank you for continuing to help so many people. Mr. Randy Van Ash. Randy? Great. Volunteering approximately 1,000 hours each year with the American Legion Post 351 in Utica, you organize and run the No Child Without a Christmas program, the food bank throughout the entire year, and obtain donations from local businesses, assist local junior high and high school National Honor Society students, earn community service hours, and lend your hand to local church. Your dedication to volunteering is seen in every activity that you do. Thank you. So a round of applause for the folks from District 6.
Congratulations, everybody. Jim, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Nice job. Congratulations, one and all. My name is Andre Duge. I'm from District 1, and it is my honor to announce the volunteer from District 7, represented by Commissioner Don Brown. Please stand when your name is called, and apparently that we're over that. Linda Ann Helt, with a lifelong dedication to serving others, you have donated your time to such organizations as the Sterling Heights and Shelby Township Senior Centers and Key and Builder clubs at local high schools. You have also worked at many Kiwanis events such as Kids Day, shoe drives, and help ensure children receive letters from Santa. You're a dedicated and passionate volunteer, and we thank you very much.
Yes, right. Very good. Thank you so
Commissioner. Hello again. I'm Bob Smith, District 12, if you forgot from 30 seconds ago. It's my honor to announce the volunteers from District 8, which are represented by Phil Kraft. So we know the drill. My first volunteer is Joyce Melling. Is Joyce here? Is Joyce? Oh, there you are, Joyce. I'm sorry, I know you, Joyce. So Joyce is very shy, so. Joyce, your commitment to the St. Mary Catholic School does not go unnoticed by me, the other parents, the students, or the staff. You've served as room parent. Oh, I have to take a breath for all this. Room parent, photographer, spiritual buddy volunteer, lunch helper, chaperone, copy parent, and my favorite, the car door opener. She is there every morning, rain, shine, 0 degrees, every morning with a smile on her face. I'm not sure what she's thinking, but she has a smile on her face. And it doesn't stop there. She also volunteers as the Friday Mass Backpack Coordinator, the Book Fair and Box Tops Coordinator. You're truly the unofficial St. Mary's Catholic School Parent Ambassador, and we at St. Mary's cannot thank you enough for your generosity and devotion. Thank you, Joyce. So, Ellen I should have asked Poch? Pock. I'm not as good as Leon. For the past 14 years, you've been passionate, selfless, and humble when it comes to serving those in need. Working with Grace United Methodist Church, you facilitate craft workshops for residents at the Macomb Correctional Facility to create items for shelters and nonprofits each week. Your compassion enables you to look beyond the circumstance and guide others to be productive and maintain a positive image of themselves. This is a service that's truly needed and appreciated. Thank you. Judy Ravagno? Well, I'm 0 for 2. By volunteering your time for Meals on Wheels and your church, you have touched the lives of many, including the friends and neighbors you help whenever they are in need. Your selflessness is an inspiration to others and is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Jan Rozek, I got one. You have an exceptional heart for the underserved in our community, especially our local youth. The store you created at Trinity Lutheran Church 2 years ago has allowed countless children to shop for free for clothing items they may need. Your work is felt not only in your church community, but in the entire local area. Thank you for your dedication to helping others. Thank you all.
Hi, I'm Commissioner Kleinfeld, and I will be announcing District 9 Commissioner Elizabeth Lucido's recipients. Is Rose Andre here? Hello, Rose. You have been volunteering at the Macomb Center for the Performing Arts since 2011, where you assisted training new volunteers and ushering at countless shows. The joy that you find in assisting patrons is evident, and they much appreciate your help. The performing arts community is better because of your service. We thank you. I tricked y'all, right? Thomas Barnes. Hi, Thomas. The Jermaine Jackson Community Center is a better place because of you. From securing funding for electronics for the children to volunteering every Friday night to open the gym, you are a well-known staple at this local organization. One of the ways the impact of your volunteerism is most felt is how you have helped countless teens plan their future. Very important. It is because of this and all that you do in your community that we are thankful. Thank you. Jerry Brown. Hi, Jerry. You have been an active volunteer for many years in Macomb County, serving as the founder and CEO of Jira, president of the Mount Clemens Optimist Club, and former president of the Clinton Township Optimist Club. Through all of your volunteer efforts, you have organized summer reading programs, children food programs, neighborhood cleanups, basketball camps, and an annual Easter egg hunt, just to name a few. In addition to all of this, you also donate your time to the Macomb Crisis Center. Macomb County is definitely better because of you. Thank you. Amy Huskin. Hi, Amy. At Freedom Christian, you help with building renovations, you help set up the meals, and you help clean up afterwards, as well as serve on the prayer team and cafe teams. You are also dedicated to the community outreach aspect of the church, which reaches from Sterling Heights to Washington Township. You do all of this with a smile on your face, inspiring others. Your service is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thelma. I have 3 more to go, so y'all know when to clap. Thelma Madden. Hi, Thelma. You have become a volunteer superstar at the Macomb Center. Here you eagerly accept extra assignments. You work hard and have a heart of gold, and it shines through in your smile. It is through this selflessness and dedication that you are able to provide the patrons with the help they deserve. Thank you for your continuous commitment. Patrick Rickard, is he here? Okay. Christine Warner. Hi, Christine. You have been with the parade company, yay, I like that, for over 15 years. While your age is mentioned in here, I'm not going to mention it. I don't want to get in trouble. But you are so many years young. You're full of energy, and your work is greatly appreciated. You dedicate your time to helping the parade company store, spending hours cleaning and straightening up the merchandise and selling items. You paint floats for America's Thanksgiving Day Parade and help with the mailings for the Ford Fireworks Rooftop Party. Your dedication to helping others does not go unrecognized, and we thank you. Now, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Leonetti wanted to outdo Ms. Lucido, so he's got a few more here. I'm Commissioner Joe Romano. I'm from Sterling Heights, District 4, and it is my honor to announce the volunteers from District 10, which is which is represented by Commissioner Leonetti, and he said I have to call him my friend, so from my friend Leon. The first name up here is, I think, maybe a name that you people are familiar with, and she's not here today, and it was Judge Linda Davis. And just a quick short note that she headed up this family against narcotics, and she stepped down as a judge to become the executive director. That's how much passion she had for this. So, in honor of her, I think it was really great. Next on our list is Tina Grzinski. You have faithfully been volunteered at the Village of East Harbor since October 2017. Even while facing challenges of your own, you volunteer each and every day, bring joy and smiles to all the residents you encounter. Helping the assisted living and memory care unit, you call bingo, help provide manicures. That's a good trade. Do puzzles and games, read and play trivia with those in memory care. You always step in when needed, and you do not let anything stop you. You help make other lives better, a service that we all thank you for. Jerry Harold. Jerry, you have lent your time with many organizations over the years, such as the City of St. Clair Shores, St. Margaret's Men's Club, Knights of Columbus, and a local homeless shelter. In your volunteer roles, you have played Santa. He's big enough for it. Being a program director and organized countless events, including blood drives and car shows. Your generosity is immense and is something this community thanks you for. Patricia Mahalik. How'd I do, Patricia? Mahalik? Mahalik. You coming up, Patricia? Okay. At 89 years young, you have been volunteering at Meadow Lodge of Sterling Heights Nursing Home since 2007, 12 years. You faithfully visit the home weekly, passing out communion, providing friendly visits, and setting up transportation for residents for church services. They say your personality lights up the facility and that your smile is infectious. You also spend your time volunteering at St. Margaret's of Scotland's, running the Clothes for the Homeless program, and what you do for your community is truly wonderful, and we thank you. We got a few more for Mr. Leonetti. I think he likes this. Mary Smith. Here comes Mary. Mary Smith, the last 10 years you have spent volunteering at the Anton Art Center has not gone unnoticed. From spending time in the gift shop to helping others with the holiday market and at special events. The center runs smoother because of you. In addition, your devotion to the arts is also seen in how you generously offer to write articles and edit copy for the center's quarterly newsletter, The Centerpiece. the Anton Art Center, and the local community fortunate to have someone as dedicated as you in promoting the arts and our community as you. Thank you. And last but not least, Kathleen Williams. Kathleen? Kathleen doesn't want to come. Well, then I think we should offer up the hand for these people that are here.
Good evening. My name's Robert Myjack. I'm from District 5, which is in Sterling Heights, and I'm going to be representing for current County Commissioner and former State Representative Harold Haw. So the first volunteer is James Jim Chamberlain. Is James here? He is. Great. Your devotion to several different organizations in the community is remarkable. You are a parishioner at St. Pio's Catholic Church, a member of the St. Vincent de Paul Society, and a member of the Ushers Club, Men's Club, and Parish Finance Council. St. Vincent de Paul has received more than, you've contributed, 700 hours at St. Vincent de Paul's on an annual basis, and the St. Pio's outreach program would not be what it is today without your help. You are known for your compassion, commitment, and integrity. Your commitment to serving others is truly remarkable, so thank you. Next is Gudrun Getz. Am I pronouncing that right? Good. You have been an enthusiastic volunteer for the Fraser First Booster Club for several years. You work with donors, coordinate events, manage fundraisers, and volunteer at every event. Your efforts have led directly to thousands of dollars a year for the organization and make events total successes. In your spare time, you and your friends meet and knit custom and quirky hats, blankets, and accessories. So I'm going to have to come to you because my wife does the church tea party every year. We're going to have you. It's called the Naughty Knitters. The Naughty Knitters. We're going to need you for that. The sale of these items benefit the effort to build the McKinley Barrier-Free Park in Fraser. You embody the very best of volunteers, and we thank you for your efforts. Next, we have Casey Patterson. Casey's here. Great. Your volunteer work for the Roseville Community Schools is unmatched in time and effort. You have served in multiple capacities, from PTO president at Eastland Middle School to concession chair at all middle school athletic events to helping organize the annual walkathon and school charity Christmas dance. You probably need that Santa Claus, whoever, the Santa Claus person, there you go. You also volunteer your time for Michigan State's Police OK to Say program and serve as a member of Families Against Narcotics. Few parents show the willingness to serve their Roseville Community Schools as you do. Your volunteer efforts have not gone unrecognized. Thank you. And is Carly Pick here? Carly, she's not here, but we want to thank her. She's a volunteer at Bethlehem Lutheran Early Learning Center, and thank you, Carleen Pick, for your service. And last but not least, John Surhai. Is John here? There he is. Not only are you a very active member of the Roseville Optimist Club, serving as secretary, vice president, and president, but you also led your time to the Roseville Planning Commission and now also serve on the Act 78 board for the city of Roseville. Your dedication to make the city a better place to live, work, and raise a family has been appreciated by all those who you touch through your actions. We thank you very much for your community service.
Now, isn't everybody glad we went from 26 commissioners down to only 13? Just saying. My name is Jim Carabelli, and I'm a commissioner from Shelby Township and Utica, and I am reading for our board chairman, Bob Smith, for District 12. Brianna Crouch, She has been a true gift to the seniors at the Village of East Harbor Senior Living, having logged more than 150 hours of volunteer time. The time that she spends there with the residents is truly appreciated, giving them all something to look forward to. Her work ethic has been noticed by all. Being a senior in high school means having a busy schedule, but you never turn down an opportunity to help, and the community truly thanks you. Next, Tom Darga. I don't believe he's here. Is Tom here? I'd like to thank Tom for Fraser High School. Kay Hunsinger. You've been a volunteer with the Clinton Macomb Public Library for over 10 years, contributing your time and efforts to the library with the hours of organizing, sorting, and cataloging items for both the used book sales with 620 volunteer hours in 2018. You are a huge part of the volunteer program, and they cannot thank you enough, and neither can we. Thank you. Next is Margaret Patson. Great. As a continuous volunteer at Seminole Academy, you treat each student with patience and respect. You not only help the students, but you also help the staff with your knowledge from being an art teacher. The time you spend at the school is beyond valuable, and everybody is truly grateful. Robert Rourke. For 26 seasons, you have served as secretary of the Warren Concert Band faithfully, recording the minutes and maintaining the records of the organization. You are also always there to help execute special board projects, your most recent being arranging a group photo of the band. And let us not forget that you also are a member of the band. Your leadership, performing skills, and valuable addition to the clarinet section are both on and off the stage truly grateful. They thank you very much, and so do we. Thank you. Nancy Stawicki. Close? Yes. Good. You have volunteered in the Personal Protection Order Office of Turning Point for over 4 years, providing over 550 hours of service. You assisted survivors of domestic and sexual violence during some of their most trying times, providing crisis support and assistance with filing protection orders. You are a calming presence in the office, and your dedication to the mission is tremendous as an asset to the organization, the community, and the countless survivors you have worked with. Turning Point is fortunate to have you on their team, and we thank you for your years of service. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Commissioner Don Brown, and it's my honor to read the list of awardees from my friend, Commissioner Leandro Let's district. James Oak, are you here? James, come up, please. James, you've worked virtually every event in Sterling Heights Lions Club since you've joined working with the community to provide a vision and hearing care. As a skilled carpenter, you've provided your unique talent to the maintenance of the Sterling Heights Lions Clubhouse and the needs of the residents and the community. One of the most notable services was coordinating a countywide fundraiser for high-tech eyeglasses for a legally blind local resident, thus enabling him to see clearly for the first time in years. Your devotion to helping others is greatly appreciated, and we thank you. Next is Kathy Pacelli. Is Kathy here? Come up, Kathy. Kathy is a devoted volunteer for Christ Lutheran Church. You've successfully helped minister Sunday school, coordinate annual children's Christmas program, and assist with the Vacation Bible School program. Your volunteerism has helped many along the road of faith and made the difference in numerous lives. Thank you for your continued commitment in helping others. Next is Jim Schwark. Mr. Schwark, please come forward. Mr. Schwark, you encompass the qualities that we both hope to see in others. You're dependable, hardworking, and trustworthy. Your volunteer hours include not only assisting the office, but also singing in several choirs. And these choirs and that others first take notice of your voice are requesting it for funerals and weddings. You also have gained notoriety with the University of Michigan's Sage earned honorary title of Popcorn King. You are valued in the local community, and we appreciate your commitment. Thank you. Popcorn King, eh? There's a story about that. I eat that a lot for dinner. Next is Luis Sands. Luis, your local community wouldn't be the same without you. From dedicating your time to the Gleaners Community Food Bank, My Neighborhood Mobile Grocery, to volunteering as a transition specialist at the Centerline Park Senior Towers, the Woodbrush Senior Village, and the Village Senior Apartments through the Gleaners, you help ensure area residents receive what they need. The 200-plus hours you donated to this food program is an example of an exemplary service, and we thank you on behalf of all the people you've served. Thank you. And the last is Elaine Wenzel. Walter Wetzel's downstairs. Elaine, you've been a volunteer and usher for the Macomb Center for Performing Arts for 2 years. And in this short time, you've excelled at every aspect. You eagerly help patrons who visit the center, hand out programs, and most importantly, you greet everyone with a big smile. You are a true asset to the organization. Don't think your willingness to help others and to help your fellow neighbors goes unnoticed either, because it doesn't. You clearly help out where you can, and the community is a better place because of it. And we thank you. And we thank all the volunteers who came here tonight for the volunteer recognition. That concludes our ceremony. We have some closing remarks by our chairman.
That's all right. I just have a few things to say. If
Take
everyone
up
would.
stage it.
Thanks. No, I didn't want everyone mass exiting right now because we just have a few more minutes left in our meeting, so it will be best if everybody just stays right where they're at, and then we'll be done shortly. I do want to say a few things about this ceremony tonight. First of all, thank you, all of you, for coming and supporting your volunteers. I know that they don't ask for this, but they appreciate it. And commissioners, great job. I hope you noticed that this wasn't, all the commissioners saying, my friend, my friend, my friend. That goes across party lines here on our board. I just want to say, in case you think it's kind of funny to hear that in politics, it is, and it's unusual. But on our board up here, whether you're an R or D in front of the name, we are all friends up here, and we act together as one on your behalf. So I just wanted to point that out, that as funny as it sounded, that's the way we are really up here on any given day. So I just want to end it with a couple quotes that I found about volunteering. And the first one was from Elizabeth Andrew. Volunteers don't necessarily have the time, they just have the heart. And isn't that true? None of us really think we have the time, but when you have the heart for something, you find the time. Winston Churchill once said, you make a living by what you get, you make a life by what you give. And I think that's says a lot, but my favorite one is from an unknown author, and it says, volunteering is the ultimate exercise in democracy. You vote in elections once a year, but when you volunteer, you vote every day about the kind of community you want to live in. So, with that said, I'm going to thank you all again. We'll be done with the meeting in a second, and we're going to move on to item number 10 for correspondence. So we need a motion to receive and file correspondence. If anyone would like to do that in their entirety, I will take that. Commissioner Myjak, supported by Commissioner Drolet. Any discussion on that? No? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. New business. Any commissioners with new business? Any commissioners with new business? Seeing none, we're going to close new business. Once again, public participation. Any members of the public wishing to speak? You have 5 minutes. Any members of the public
Every
wishing to speak?
volunteer has to speak for 5 minutes.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. Great. We're going to close public participation, and I need a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Duge, supported by Commissioner Drolet. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, folks.
JD.